Heyo, before I get started talking about this organic ninja star from hell, or the seafood section, I just want to give a loving shout out to my latest patron, Frey. Where the hell does that music keep coming from? Thank you so much for coming to AShinyObject, our patron fam, and crab. First up, we gotta take a look at this tag, because that is most certainly an image of a prop flying through prop air. Prop propaganda. We got the back, we got the inside, and now, since this is a Godzilla store exclusive, we must awaken all the questioning as to why do you do it, Rob? Because I like it. Alright, so before we get anywhere near paint and detail, I'm just gonna cover articulation real quick because it's severely limited. As it would and should probably be for something that looks a lot like this. At the plastic tail over here, or at least hardened vinyl, we will get a full swivel all the way around. And at the head, which will also be somewhat of a harder material, we'll get a full swivulitation. And that's it. None at the wings, none at the torso, nothing at the leggies. The power of Crab Christ compels you. And you know what? Size comparisons. Flying Destoroyah will be sitting at over 2 inches tall if you go by the spikes on its back. Although from the tip of its tail to the tip of its horn, it'll be over 8 inches tall. Shokugan, Reaction, Modern Movie, Limited Modern Movie, Premium Limited King, Action Figure Series, Super 7 Ultimate, SH Monster Arts, HG, Finger Puppets. Alright, now that that's all out of the way, let's talk about paint and detail. Schwam. Really digging the detailing going on with Flying Destoroyah over here, but what I'm digging more, it's gonna be this purple, this magenta, just this beautiful application of this loving color on Flying Form Destoroyah. I really friggin' love this so much, and I love that we get it twice. Technically 4 times for the opposing sides, but this base color for the vinyl, paired with purple, is so friggin' good, I need a stylized 2.0 Destoroyah with all this purple on it. It's almost like it's supposed to be there in the first place. Unfortunately, we're still going to get that spot-lit, greasy pepperoni stain on Destoroyah's, asshole! The detailings on it are rather nice, but again, I just wish they were outfitted with paint that looks like it actually made sense. Or at least look like they tried. Yeah, that's about going to do it for paint on the underside over here, so details. Crustacean-like, gooey, and black metal pauldrons, or that of guar pauldrons. R.I.P. odorous. Interesting. Cool. Oh, I forgot. There's some shading on the underside of Destoroyah's neck. That looks cool. I like it. Yeah, the wings are going to be a massive draw here just because of how seafoody they look, say for all that. But even the detailings on the wings over here are going to look pretty cool. And that's going to be on all the wings too. Very, very nice. I never once noticed, I think, that Destoroyah had legs in this formation. I don't even know what the hell these are supposed to be. I mean, I imagine they're the claws that are just kind of like sucked into its gut. Ew. And you know, you got all the Gigerisms going on here. Multi-gina. Seriously, the detailing going on here is awesome, and the hard plastic or harder vinyl tail is going to be featuring some loving details as well. And the overall genetic structure that is on display here for Flying Destoroyah, oh man. It honestly makes me appreciate the design of Destoroyah a lot more, because as you look at all of Destoroyah's separate forms, they all feature elements of what would eventually become Devil Crab Incarnate that gets freezer burnt by the military. Pussy! Yeah, this is just nice, and thankfully, it does get nicer as we go stateside. Topside. Johnny Topside. Bioshock 2. Where the wings on the underside were just given purple, the wings up here are actually going to receive some shading along the crust. Does a pretty good job highlighting all of those details there, if even for the leaky drip. Somebody's a tip dripper over at Bandai. But I especially love how it looks at the black metal pauldrons over here. That it just does something to my brain. It scratches that smallest, smoothest part of my brain. I'm visually here for it. And of course, we're going to get that on the opposite side to varying degrees of quality, but still looking awesome. Don't worry, we'll cover Destoroyah's head in a sec. I just want to go through all this black shading on Destoroyah's back. It's rather thickly applied, but it doesn't take away from the detailing, and I think it helps just pop these spikes and the very own details all the better. I don't know. I'm a sucker for things like this, and here, the dark shading actually kind of works and helps. I'm having a good time looking at this flying crustacean. But again, I'm a huge fan of the purple on the membranes over here. I love how it just streaks down into a brighter shade, and I like how the chicken strips over here just kind of fade into it as well. Modern-day Destoroyah figures from the Bandai vinyl line might not be the greatest things ever brought to humanity, but sometimes they just get it. I love that we have little skitterings of purple over here too. I like how Destoroyah's little legs just kind of dangle back over here. Yeah, I guess who was ever doing the prop and suit sculptures for that of Destoroyah was heavily into the Gigerisms. Save for Trip Gina over here and everything else going on up here, it just feels like it's insectoid even. But as we all know, Destoroyah is a crab, a colony of crabs, and I think they're pretty decently outfitted with coloration going on. Now, Destoroyah's face is interesting. I've seen more than a few people not all that happy with the shape and that of the horn, but I don't think they would ever go about making it that sharp. Yes, we've had sharp things on vinyl figures before, but when it comes to something like this, I think this is more just like safety and that of we're making it out of vinyl. Well, this is kind of like hard vinyl, so yeah, that's still kind of sharp. We're going to get the same kind of shading that Destoroyah 2.0 had with its crest, crown, whatever you want to call it. Here, it feels a lot less invasive, I guess. I mean, yeah, here it's a little bit more in your face and boom, look, I've got black highlights. Oh. Here, it at least feels a bit more subtle. Oh. He's got a curve. Eyes are going to be metallic orange, all of the teeth and tusks will be painted, and the detail on this thing is nuts. How dare you, Bandai? How dare you make this look so good? And no, this isn't just like a redo of Destoroyah's head. 2.0 Destoroyah's face, mainly its mouth, is going to be a little bit more rounded out, whereas Flying Destoroyah is going to have more of that aerodynamic point and angle to its face. That and the crest and crown are going to be completely different. Hell, even the horns are different. Hip touch. Sure, Flying Destoroyah is not what I would call a perfect figure in terms of that of paint, but hey, detail? Likeness? I think it looks pretty good. Now, whether this thing is to proper scale, I highly doubt it. I don't know. Let's check the other guy. Maybe. I don't know. Bandai vinyls don't care about accurate scale. Yet. Maybe. What about the other guy? This feels right, maybe. Watch out, Goji, it's Flying Deep Throat Destoroyah. I don't know, fam, it ain't perfect, but I quite like it. It's gonna take up a hell of a spot on my shelf, as if my Godzilla vs. Destoroyah shelf isn't jam-packed enough as it is, but the purple, it genuinely just speaks to me. Sure, it might not be 100% because of a horn, but dude, yeah, even with the fucking pepperoni grease stain, I think Flying Form Destoroyah is a banger. Yes. And that is a flying crab demon. And I like it. Definitely more favorable in the paint department than that of 2.0 Destoroyah, I will say that. It might be my bias towards purple. Those are just my thoughts and opinions. I'm sure you'll all let me know how you feel about it in the comment section down below. I will see you all on Wednesday when we talk about quite possibly one of my favorite movie monster series releases of the year. Godzilla Evolved, the glowing version. Finally. Bye.
Untouchable, now you gotta face it. Uh-oh, it gets worse when I go back to the basics.